Are you tired of feeling stuck and frustrated by traditional therapy? Sometimes therapy isn't enough to meet our mental health care needs. Today, I'm going to talk about 6 powerful alternatives and supplements to therapy that have the ability to transform your mental health and bring joy back to your life. They cost you little to nothing except for your time and commitment. Stay until the end because I'm saving the best for last. This one has been a game changer for me, and I know it can be for you as well. Hi, I'm Kristen. Welcome to my channel. I have a history of severe, debilitating depression, anxiety, and PTSD. And I'm here to share the things that I've learned, as well as other science-backed strategies to help you get better and lead a happier, healthier, more joyful life. Please click the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up so that more people can get access to the video. I've created a resource list. You can click the link down below, and this contains deeper level information on all of the 6 things that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So number 1, we're going to be talking about the basics: food, sleep, and movement. The graphic that you see on the screen is called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is like layers of building blocks. We're talking about the physiological needs at the bottom right now, and that's like air, food, water, shelter. Those things are necessary to be able to build on top of it. You have to have those things to feel safe. You have to have those things to feel a sense of belonging, or even get to the point of having self-esteem. So let's talk about food. The gut is often called the second brain. The gut and the brain work together. There's a large network of nerves that work between the 2 organs to control digestion. Have you ever noticed that when you get really anxious, all of a sudden you feel super sick to your stomach? That's because they're communicating with each other. Your brain is slowing down digestion because it thinks that you're in fight or flight. It's really great to eat whole foods. You want to eat things that are, fruits and vegetables can be some of the best things that you can eat, but stay away from fast foods. Stay away from junk food as much as you can because they're addictive. They are not great for your mood. I know that groceries are really expensive right now, and that it's difficult to buy whole foods, but you can find more affordable options at the grocery store by using dried foods, canned foods, frozen foods, and things like that. Also, you can search on YouTube for affordable cooking or budget meals. There's a lot of YouTube creators out there that are trying to help people with this, issue with groceries being so expensive. So next, let's talk about sleep. So it's pretty much a guarantee that if you have sleep deprivation, you are going to be vulnerable to mental health problems. And 8 hours is really quintessential. This has been studied at length, and you don't want to sleep less than 8 hours if you can at all help it. Another thing that you want to pay attention to is your circadian rhythms. So this is the rhythms that help to regulate our wake and our sleep cycles, and they are closely tied to the sun. It's very important that you get sunlight during the day because that helps your body know it's time to be awake. And then at nighttime, your body will know that it's time to go back to sleep. So getting out in the morning, that morning sunlight, especially getting outside and getting that light in your eyes and on your body will help with regulating those sleep cycles. So now let's talk about movement or exercise. Walking is one of the best things that you can do for mental health. The Harvard Health Study found that walking for an hour a day can reduce the risk of major depression by 26%. And you don't have to walk the whole hour at one time. You could break it up into 2 half-hour increments, or you could even do 4 15-minute increments. I actually, I work from home, so I have a walking pad that I use under my desk. And I walk often during meetings, while I'm doing work and things like that. And I'll do it in 15 or 20-minute segments broken out throughout the day. If walking isn't an option for you, there's a lot of other things that you can do. There's chair yoga, there's stretching, light resistance training, even assisted movement with someone else helping to move your body can help. And then deep breathing exercises also really can help to get your heart and lungs moving. And lastly, a wonderful form of exercise if you struggle with physical activity is singing. It's so good for your brain, it's so good for your lungs, and it's fun. Number 2 is journaling. My therapist used to say to me, if you can name it, you can fix it. And I really agree with that. And that's one of the reasons why I think journaling is one of the best things you can do for your mental health. And so here's one of my journals. It says Mama 2020 because I bought my girls a journal that same year too. So I like a spiral bound, simple notebook. Everybody's got their preference. And I would say, if you don't need a lot of money, it could be on any notebook that you have laying around the house. But if this is something that you want to make special around and you want to go out and buy yourself a nice notebook, if that helps to motivate you, I think that's a great idea. So one of the things that I would use journaling for, and I still do, is if I'm triggered by something. If all of a sudden I have a really strong or emotional reaction to something, I would pick up my journal and sit down and just start to grab onto the words that float through my head. So for me, when I am triggered, I often go, into fight or flight, and I am very commonly a person that freezes. And when I freeze, my brain shuts down. I struggle to even think clearly. And I'm open with my friends and family about that because I need permission when I'm in freeze mode not to have to talk. But if you sit down, write down whatever words are coming through your head. It does not need to be pretty. It doesn't need to look nice. You can write in draft, just whatever going through your mind. It will potentially help you find clarity on some of the things that you're really struggling with. And I have had so many epiphanies, like realizations, when I've been journaling. So I have found it incredibly helpful and I highly recommend it. Number 3 is community. So for community, why it's helpful. Processing out loud can help provide clarity and understanding. So for me, I'm a verbal processor, and hearing myself say the words that I'm thinking out loud allows me to see it in a way that I wouldn't otherwise. So just saying things out loud can really help with providing clarity. It's validating to talk to someone else and have them understand how you feel, or to talk to someone else that's had a similar experience. So that validation can be really important. And it does require vulnerability, though. Sharing things about your mental illness and your, private stories requires vulnerability. But I really think it's worth it. And so who do you do it with and how do you do it? We've got options. A friend or a partner, if you've got a partner that's supportive of you, or a friend who's really good at listening and open to hearing about your mental illness, that's a good idea. If you don't have a supportive partner or a close friend to talk to, there are support groups. I have actually put a few of the support groups. There's a couple of websites that have access to free support groups throughout the nation. And I've gone to support groups in the past that have been really helpful. And it can be very validating because you can connect with people that have the same experiences that you're going through. And then this channel, I really want to use this channel as a place to build community. If there's something that you want to share, if there's, anything that you've experienced, a community situation or a support group that you've experienced that's been helpful to you, or, other things, share them in the comments down below. That really will help us build community here. Number 4 is books. Why are books good for mental health? Well, I have read several books that have truly changed my life. If you have a specific topic that you're interested in related to your mental health, if it's anxiety or if it's PTSD, there are amazing books that dive deep into specific topics. And these books are often written by professionals. They're written by therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists. And so it gives you access, especially if you don't have the ability to get therapy. This gives you access to that professional advice without having to go in and see somebody. So how to do it. There's new and used books that you can get on the resource list that I am linking below. I've given a couple of websites where you can get new and used books. There's also audiobooks for most of the books that I recommend. And you can always go to the library and hopefully find the book that you need for free. And I have, I think, 5 books on the resource list are some of the top 5 books that have really, really helped me with my mental health issues. And I'm showing one of them here. It's called Embracing the Fear. And this book was one of the first books that I read when I started dealing with my anxiety. I was actually in a hospital program at the time, and it was a nurse at the hospital that recommended this book. And I read it. I actually went to a support group that we would meet, I think monthly, to go through a chapter of this book at a time. And it's full of really practical advice about how to deal with anxiety. Highly recommend this book. Number 5, YouTube videos. There are a lot of great YouTube creators that create mental health content, and I've put a few of my favorites up on the screen here. If you have somebody that you follow that you think we all would benefit from, please leave a comment down below. Number 6 is mindfulness. As I said at the beginning of the video, I was saving one of the most powerful for the last, and I really believe that is mindfulness. Why does it work? Well, mindfulness can work for grounding. That's kind of bringing yourself to current space and time, being here on this earth right now in this moment. And that can be incredibly helpful for people who are having severe anxiety. Mindfulness also gives you a third-person view, so it allows you to see yourself from kind of outside of your body rather than from within. And that helps for you to kind of objectively see your own behavior and increase your self-awareness. And it helps with noticing. Ever since I started practicing mindfulness, I notice things about my feelings, about my behavior that I wouldn't have before. So there's lots of ways you can do it. Of course, one of the most common is meditation, which is something that I do. I highly recommend it. I know it's not for everyone. You don't have to make a huge commitment for meditation to make a big difference in your life. 5 minutes a day can be really, really helpful. Yoga is another great way to cultivate mindfulness. You know, it's kind of like meditation with movement and with breathing. So I highly recommend yoga. And then also for mindfulness, you can practice with art. You can do drawing, coloring, knitting. Knitting is a really great way that I like to practice mindfulness. It really calms me. I just spend that time, looking at the yarn, interacting with the needles, sitting quietly. It can be really helpful. I've shown you on the screen here a link for Headspace, and Headspace is an app that you can get on your phone, but also the Headspace folks do post videos on YouTube, so there are some free meditation videos from Headspace, but there's also just a ton of other people on YouTube doing meditation videos. So you can search meditation and you'll have an endless amount of content to experiment with. I want to remind you about the free resource list that I've put in the show notes down below. So you can click the link below and I will send it to you. And as a reminder, this contains a lot of deeper level information about all of the things that I've talked about today. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button so that somebody else can get this information as well, and click the subscribe button. Thanks a lot.